This is big. This is really big. Good morning everyone, my name is Michelle, I hope you're doing well. Welcome to another video. It is Friday morning the 13th of December, and before I went to sleep about, 5 hours ago, I put out a YouTube short saying we are poised for an update from Dog the Bounty Hunter and the At Night team. And while I was sleeping, it came out. Here it is, and wow, this is big. This is really big. This is the biggest bunch of BS I have ever seen in my entire life. This is dangerous. This is dangerous for two reasons. One, Green Hoodie is innocent. Green Hoodie, who happens to be a woman rather than a man, so it's Green Hoodie girl rather than Green Hoodie guy, but we're just saying Green Hoodie at the moment. So it's not Dan, some kind of relative of the Proudfoots, and it's not Terry Bowersocks, it's a woman. Dog the Bounty Hunter wants people to identify Green Hoodie. Why? There is absolutely no relationship between Green Hoodie and Sebastian Rogers' disappearance. Law enforcement have had the surveillance from the Texas Roadhouse from probably the first couple of days, to confirm Katie's story. If they needed to speak to Green Hoodie, I'm sure they have done by now. If law enforcement, actual trained professionals, believe that Green Hoodie was behaving in such a way that she needed further investigation, I think they would have done it by now, don't you? Yeah, all right. The second reason why this is dangerous is that if Sebastian is alive, if Sebastian is being held somewhere, if Green Hoodie is involved, which she isn't, but let's just imagine that she is, this puts Sebastian's life in danger. It would cause someone to panic. But we're going to read this anyway, because it's out there and people are reveling in it. Reveling in it, I tell you. Dog the Bounty Hunter seeks public assistance across the United States in identifying Green Hoodie in relation to an interaction hours before the disappearance of Sebastian Wainwright Rogers. It's now $250,000 reward. It's 225 the other day. All right. America, Dwayne Dog Chapman, also known as Dog the Bounty Hunter, is seeking your assistance in bringing Sebastian Wainwright Rogers home safely and peacefully. Dog the Bounty Hunter is releasing significant new findings regarding an individual referred to as Green Hoodie and their actions on February 25th, 2024, the evening 15-year-old Sebastian Wainwright Rogers was last seen, as reported by Dog sources. Based on the information gathered from interviews and witness accounts, it's highly likely that Sebastian is no longer in Tennessee. Witness accounts, random people on the internet, that's what we're saying, really. However, all indications suggest he is still alive. Dog sources have no knowledge of this woman before or after the unsettling encounter that transpired on that fateful night. So if you've got any information regarding the identity of Green Hoodie, please contact the Sumner County Sheriff's Office. Well, again, they have this surveillance. They don't need you to call in Green Hoodie. Key findings. 1. Emergence and initial movement, 6:22 p.m. Surveillance captures Green Hoodie emerging from the shrubbery or bushes near the parking lot. She is seen moving cautiously between Mrs. Proudfoot's parked vehicle and an adjacent car. Yeah, because it was a tight squeeze. This timing coincides with Mrs. Proudfoot and Sebastian standing up from their table inside the establishment and preparing to leave. Well, there was people coming and going. What's special about Green Hoodie? People were coming and going. It looked busy. 2. Interaction outside the establishment, 6:23. At 6:23 p.m, and Mrs. Proudfoot and Sebastian exit the location and approach their vehicle in the parking lot. Outside, Green Hoodie initiates a brief hand-to-hand interaction with Mrs. Proudfoot near the car. No, we don't see that. We don't see that at all. The exchange appears deliberate, but happens quickly, making the exact nature of the interaction unclear. Green Hoodie maintains a calm demeanour and does not appear hurried or agitated. 3. Entry into the establishment, 6:25. Following the interaction, Green Hoodie enters the location with her hood down, making her face clearly visible. Do you think that if she was up to no good, she wouldn't have put her hood down, and she probably would have worn a mask, you know, because you couldn't just get away with wearing masks because, you know, COVID and that. This flies in the face of what comes later. She proceeds directly to the woman's restroom without engaging with anyone or making any purchases. After a few minutes, Green Hoodie exits the restroom and leaves the building quickly. So she went to use the toilet facilities. So she probably exited quickly because people who own these establishments get shifty about people just coming in to use the restroom. So that's why she exited quickly. Listen, I've done it myself. You get out of there. You don't want to be caught. Return to shrubbery and pickup, 6:28. Upon exiting, Green Hoodie heads back outside and moves through the shrubbery again, avoiding additional surveillance cameras. Well, as she's clearly shown her face earlier on, she's not doing a very good job of avoiding cameras, is she? This is insane. People are lapping this up. You're like little kittens with, you know, the first drop of kitten milk with catnip in it. Just lapping it up. Footage shows an unknown vehicle illuminating her path at approximately 6:30 p.m. The exact details of her departure remain uncertain, whether she was picked up by someone else or had a vehicle concealed nearby, but she did leave the area at that time. So she got out of a vehicle, right, the shrubbery, went in quickly to use the toilet, came back out, got in a vehicle and left. That's it. And you want this nationwide search to identify Green Hoodie. So we got a summary. I'm not going to read it through again. Brief, deliberate interaction occurs between Green Hoodie and Mrs. Proudfoot. Yeah, it is a deliberate interaction. The navigating, the moving, like Katie moves kind of backwards and then Green Hoodie comes through. So yeah, it's very deliberate. But it's nothing to do with Sebastian's disappearance. Green Hoodie either enters this vehicle and is picked up, or she walks to a vehicle of her own, which may have been parked out of the view in the adjacent parking lot or the nearby shopping centre. Well, it could be, yeah. Maybe she was out shopping. Maybe she'd been out doing some shopping and thought, I need the loo before I go home. So she's nipped through to Texas Roadhouse to use the toilet. This shopping centre includes businesses such as Vanderbilt Pediatric I can never say this word. I can't say that word. Ophthalmology, is that it? Hendersonville, making it a plausible area for discreet parking to avoid detection. So you've now named a business. All right, it's a good job I don't have photosensitive epilepsy. All this flashing shit. All right, why this matters. The actions and timing of Green Hoodie are pivotal in comprehending the events preceding Sebastian's disappearance. Her presence, deliberate movements, and attempt to evade detection. She attempted to evade detection by putting her hood down and clearly showing her face. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Raise substantial concerns and necessitate her immediate identification. As individuals familiar with the establishment inform Dog, they have only observed her once on the fateful February evening and have not encountered her since. Oh no! If you have any first-hand information about Green Hoodie, keep it to yourself, because this person just nipped in to use the loo and just happened to be at the time that Sebastian and Katie were leaving. Absolutely insane. Then again, she could have been wearing a NASA hoodie and inventing spaceships or something, and she's beamed Sebastian up. Sebastian's not even on this planet anymore. It's just insane. Outdoor image. Green Hoodie stands stiffly with feet shoulder width apart. Arms appear relaxed but do not swing, suggesting a deliberate pause. Yeah, it was a deliberate pause. They were navigating, passing by in a tight space. Indoor, she adopts a slightly slouched posture and is seen holding or fidgeting with an item. your keys or a bag. Don't fidget with your bag. She's probably got a bag because maybe she's been shopping. Maybe the keys are her car keys. Oh, what a crime. What a crime. Behavioural observations, outdoor. Positioning seen near shrubbery in between vehicles partially obscured from main surveillance angles, suggesting concealment. Yet once she gets in the building, she takes her hood down. I can't. Oh, dear me. Dear me. Avoids engaging with others and exits quickly after visiting the woman's restroom. Slightly hunched posture with shifting gait, indicative of heightened awareness or discomfort. Maybe she's got back pain. You ever thought about that? Obscure positioning, standing in concealed or semi-hidden area, raising suspicion. Stationary loitering, unmoving stance near vehicles and shrubbery, indicating deliberate observation. Abrupt behavioural shifts, quick transitions between semi-hidden outdoor area and indoor spaces suggest calculated actions. It was calculated. She thought, oh, there's a Texas Roadhouse. I can just nip in there and use the loo because I've got to drive home and I'm desperate. So if you saw or heard anything, look, don't bother Sumner County with this shit. They've had this surveillance since week 1. If they needed to speak to Green Hoodie, I'm sure they've done it. But all other tips, genuine, credible tips, Sumner County Sheriff's Office 615-451-3838 or the TBI at 1-800-TBI-FIND or email tips to TBI, all one word, at tbi.tn.gov. You can call your local FBI office, the nearest American embassy or consulate, or submit a tip online at tips.fbi.gov. Do not contact Dog the Bounty Hunter's tip line, please. All right, I'm done.